I'm Brianna.
And I'm Akira.
And you're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation.
That was good.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So it's going to be hard to top that when it comes to knockout of the year. Brian Norman Jr., he just got one of the most graphic knockouts that we have seen in quite some time, knocking out Sasaki in the 5th round with a vicious left hook. The fight was so dramatic, at least in favor of Brian Norman, that it felt like it was damn near a 10 or 12 round fight, because Brian Norman, he comes out in the 1st round, drops Sasaki twice. But Sasaki wasn't seriously hurt, and both fighters were dropping bombs. I'm gonna tell you, man, it's very rare that you see two fighters dropping the type of bombs that these fighters were dropping in this fight. Two fighters that have a lot of power and they know what they're doing. The only difference is when it comes to dropping the bombs, Brian, he was the only one landing his bombs. I give Brian a lot of credit. He has definitely evolved as a professional fighter. The better his competition gets, the better he looks. I was really impressed with Brian Norman's composure in this fight, how calm he was. He comes out in the 1st round. Sasaki, he comes out throwing bombs, and Brian is just standing right in front of him, just calmly moving out of the way of the punches. And throughout the fight, Norman, he met fire with fire. Every time, or at least almost every time Sasaki would throw those big bombs, Brian, he would meet him with his own bombs, and he would land his. And once again, that's how he knocked him down in the 1st round. Brian, he did everything in this fight. A lot of exchanges, fighting on the front foot, backing up the aggressive Sasaki, outboxing him when he wanted to. And when I say outboxing him, I mean hitting him with the jab when he wanted to, the straight right hand, the lead right hand, the uppercuts, the punches to the body. In fact, Norman Jr., he listened to his father and his trainer going into that 5th round, because his father was telling him to set that jab up to the midsection and then come up top. And that's how he ended up getting the knockout, which is a very strong early candidate for knockout of the year. In fact, I'll tell you this as well. If this fight went the other way around, where it was Brian that got knocked out like that by Sasaki, oh man, this knockout would break the internet. It would be going so viral, and it would go viral for the whole year. In fact, it would be viral for years. But because a Black American got this knockout, it's just looked at as normal, everyday type shit. Now, I want to wrap this video up by saying I'm actually happy now that Jaron Ennis and Brian Norman, they're not going to fight. Boots has moved up to 154. I am completely okay with that, and I'll tell you why. Because it spreads out the American talent. You go to 135, and the division is saturated with American talent. So Keyshawn, he just moved to 140. You got Brian Norman at 147, and you have Jaron Boots Ennis at 154. And this is not naming all the other fighters. I mean, because of course you have the best fighter in the world, Terrence Crawford, at 168, at least for the time being. But I love the fact that the American talent is being spread out through these divisions. Now listen, if two American fighters are fighting in the same weight class, then it makes sense for them to fight against each other if no one is going to move up. But the fact that Boots moved up to 154, I'm okay with that as well. So with that being said, great performance by Brian Norman Jr. We already heard Brian Norman Sr. and Bill Haney agree that Devin Haney and Brian Norman are going to fight next. And I'm telling you, if that happens, that fight is going to be fire. So let's see how it all plays out in the next couple of weeks. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.